lonely and being alone is all part of human experience. According to the statistics that I found online, 33%, y'all. Hold on, what's up, family? Welcome. I'm so happy to have you today. So today, y'all, we're going to talk about how to embrace being alone and being lonely. Yes, I did say embrace being lonely, okay? Because I know most of the time when we say the word lonely, it seems as though it's like this sad thing. But did you know that loneliness can be a good thing as well, okay? So we are going to face the negative today and turn it into the positive, alrighty? Because it's all about perspective, and I'm all about finding the good. I'm all about making sure that this one life that I am given is lived to the fullest, okay? Even when negativity try to get in the way. So we are going to tap in, but if you are new here, first of all, what is up? My name is Sam, and I am so appreciative and happy that you have made it here with me, okay? Please feel free to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and also after you subscribe button, hit that notification bell right next to it, okay? So you can be notified when I post. But if they don't let you know, so far right now, I post every Tuesday and every Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So now that we have that out of the way, let's just get into this topic already. Got my melon juice with the pineapple, okay, and a little apple core. We feeling good, the energy. Okay, so that out. Why should you embrace being alone? That's the one I'm gonna tap into. Then we're gonna get into that deep, okay? Embracing being alone for me translated to finding out exactly who I am in a physical form, okay? I was finally allowed to hear my thoughts. Alrighty, and when did this happen for me? It happened when I moved away and went to college, okay? So I come from a big family, right? I have a few siblings, and most of the time we were always around each other, okay? So with that being said, I never really had a lot of time by myself unless I was doing homework and I stayed home alone to focus on my studies in high school. So when I got to college and I finally saw what it felt like to be by myself, okay, in my dorm room by myself, bopping the music I want to hear, okay, going ahead and listen to the videos I want to hear, hitting the channel that I wanted to hit when it was my turn, because I did have my best friend in the whole wide world as my roommate. But she wasn't there all the time. I wasn't there all the time. So we both had this time where we were able to be with ourselves, okay? So I embraced that time, alrighty? I embraced the new scenery. I embraced being in a new place, okay? I love every single point, because what did it do? Me being alone allowed me to start this YouTube channel 5 years ago. Me being alone allowed me to find out, what do I enjoy? What do I dislike, okay? Being alone allowed me to go ahead and pick through all of the negativity and face some of the things that I needed to face while being a college student full time, okay? Being alone is treasure, okay? I mean treasure, baby. Okay, that is what you are. All right, sorry, Bruno Mars, because the speed of that, no thanks. But for real, finally getting a chance to say, dang, this is what it feels like to not have to answer to nobody. I didn't have no parents in my ear. Love you, mama and daddy, but I didn't have y'all in here telling me what I could and couldn't do. If you are in a state of being by yourself, embrace being alone, okay? I'm telling you, embrace it. Don't think of it as if you don't have any friends. Don't look at it as if no one wants to be around you, okay? It's all about the way you view it, the way you look at it. Perspective is everything. Embrace that alone time, because one day you might not be able to have that alone time. And I always say this, I feel as though every single human being should spend time alone for a certain amount of time in their lifetime. Now, what if you say, I can't do that? Like, my life don't revolve around me getting any time alone. You have to make time, okay? We make time for whatever we want to make time for. Put it in our heads, change our perspective, change our mindset, say, you know what? I need to be alone, even if it's for a 5-minute walk. For me, my alone time, even when I am in a house full of other people, because I don't live alone, I go ahead and go in the kitchen, okay? Me being in the kitchen is my solitude, my peace. That is where I find my serenity. I love to cook. I love to do hair. Anything where I'm able to use creativity and allow creativity to flow, I thrive. So I use, sorry, Clint. So I use that time to say, you know what? This is going to be me being alone. If you have some AirPods, put them in your ear. If you have headphones of any kind, put them in your ear, bop you a nice playlist, embrace that alone time. And then once you continue to embrace that alone time, you're going to find out when it get interrupted, or if you ain't had it in a while, you're going to miss it. Okay, so yes, embrace being alone. Embrace that time by yourself. Okay, again, if you are in a new city, in a new state, in a new school program, you are in overseas somewhere and you are miles and miles away from home. Like if you ain't on the plane type thing, you ain't going home. It's okay, okay? It'll give you a chance to go out and say, let me do something on my own terms, okay? Let me do something on my own terms. Alrighty. Yes, you may miss being in the presence of other people. Maybe you don't want to be in the presence of other people. I am personally an ambivert, meaning, as you see right now, I have a ton of energy. I love being around other people, hanging out with my friends, rah. You feel what I'm saying? And then other times I'm like, man, I'm all right at home in my bubble, and I don't want to really be around other folks right now. I just don't have the energy to do so. Going out is a lot for me right now. Doing anything that requires me to be social is a lot. Sometimes I'll be in the grocery store, my hood on, my mask up, and I just don't want to be bothered, okay? And I am perfectly okay with both sides of who I am meant to be, okay? I embrace being alone. I embrace the beauty in being alone. And you should too. You should too. It's okay. You are not less than you. And hey, I always say, if people think I'm weird for doing what makes me happy, then so be it, okay? So if people think you're weird for doing you, then let them think what they think. But in reality, you just looking out for you. Alrighty, so that's perfectly fine, okay? Alrighty, so now that we have tapped into how to embrace being alone, let's talk about the juicy one. How to embrace loneliness, okay? So I found this quote, and this quote resonated with me so deep, and it really tied my college experience and who I am now together. And it was just like, you hit the nail right on the tail of not a donkey, because we not pinning no tail to no donkey. We pinned it to keep it moving. You know what I mean? But the quote said, and I'm gonna place it somewhere on the screen so we can read together. We in class for a lesson for a quick second. So this quote said, if you learn to really sit with loneliness and embrace it for the gift that it is, an opportunity to get to know you, to learn how strong you really are, to depend on no one but you for your happiness, you will realize that a little loneliness goes a long way in creating a richer, deeper, more vibrant and colored you. And Mandy, hell, you better say it to the top of your lungs, because every single word, you not telling a lie, okay? You have to embrace that loneliness, okay? You have to embrace that time where you feel as though, dang, nobody want to be around me. Dang, I am truly in this state of just like, it seems as though sadness has come over me. Because you want to know what happens when that happens to you. First of all, it shows you that you are a human being, and this is all a part of the human experience. I should have said that in the beginning. Being lonely and being alone is all part of human experience. According to the statistics that I found online, 33%, y'all, 33% of adults feel as though they are lonely, and that's across the world, okay? And guess what? They also say it, and I'm gonna put my credible sources up in the dang in the box, and if you want to read deeper into them articles, do your thing. But for me, and what I read and what I learned, because knowledge is power, and you can never know everything, okay? And I'd be a lie, sit here and say I didn't do a little deeper research before I came on this camera. You better not lie, girl, okay? But what I will say is, I found that, well, this kind of obvious, but it said that millennials and Gen Z individuals are some of the loneliest people around, because we have found ourselves looking at other people's lives and comparing and thinking social media is a reality when it's not everything that you think it is for the most part. I always say this, I love my inspirational content, and that ain't no fake. So if you don't follow me on the gram, follow me right here, get that inspiration. I got to get back on it because I've been a little inconsistent, because I had to get me together, okay? And that's what that loneliness is saying. Get you together. Focus on you. Become a great listener. Embrace that loneliness, because you know what that time is going to do? It's going to allow you again to become that more vibrant and colored you. You are going to see things that you haven't seen when you are always surrounded by other people, when you are always in doing work, when you are always focused on just everything but you. So being lonely allows you to figure out who you are. So embrace it. Embrace that loneliness. Embrace that time to say, you know what? Oh, I really think I'm going through some things, and I'm really lonely right now, and it's not about to take a toll on me. Because either you are going to allow this to be a negative thing or a positive thing. We always get the choice. Choose the positive, I hope, because that's what I be doing. I sit here and be lying if I say I don't go through things, okay? I deal with stuff too, and I have to learn to say, you know what? You will be fine. You know what? Take this time to see what this part of life is teaching you, okay? Everything is a teachable moment, either a blessing or a lesson, but you are going to learn from it if you choose to. Need a little sip of my melon juice. You feel me? So I found that there are 3 types of loneliness. Existential, I hope I'm saying that right.
Existential.
Which means this is good for you, okay? This is good for you, because existential loneliness means you are here alone, you're gonna leave alone. It's one of those forms of loneliness that you cannot escape. You were born alone, you're gonna leave alone. You can't take none of this stuff with you, okay? Live life to the fullest. You feel me? You feel what I'm saying? Sure. Emotional loneliness is when you feel as though you want to go to others, but you can't. Something holding you back, pulling you back. We're going to break that, because there is someone out there who will listen to you, okay? The first step into doing what you need to do is remembering that fear going to try every time. But you got to tell fear, you know what? Not this one. Not this one. I may be scared, but I'm not about to let my fear take over and control me. I ain't letting it happen. I ain't letting it happen. Hell no. Hell no. No. And the last one is social loneliness, okay? And that one is when you just don't feel like being around big groups, or you don't fit into a group. Things that I said already, but I want to give y'all a more of like educational background, because y'all went to school for child and family development. I'm like, you know, you're gonna use this degree for something. It might be on your wall. You might not be clocking in no child care no more, but one thing you can do is just use the gifts that you have and the blessings that you've been blessed with to help others. Yeah, so that's what we're doing. I want you to use your loneliness to deepen your relationship with yourself, okay? Use this to be a time where you, again, can face your own, if you think they are demons, if you think they are traumas, whatever you feel as though you feel you need to face, use that loneliness to face it. Cry it out, okay? Write it on paper, journal. Take yourself to some place where you are able to scream to the top of your lungs, and it is just you and whatever nature that is in your area. Just be like, forget it all, fuck it all. I release all this BS. You feel me? Do what you gotta do to take care of you, okay? Embrace that loneliness. Oh, and I also want to say, when it comes to like emotional loneliness, go ahead and take that time to deepen relationships with others, okay? Go to them. Go to the person you feel as though you can't go to, and just say, you know what, I feel like you would be a great person to talk to, and I feel as though I would be able to be heard and you would listen to me. And that's another thing. Talk to people that will listen to you. Because there is one thing to hear, but there's another thing to listen. Hearing, you hear sirens, you hear things all day, every day. You hear me talk. But if you are not listening to me, things are not going to be retained. You don't even care. You're going to go to the next video and be like, oh, even if you even made it this far, if you did, leave me a little heart emoji. Period. But yeah, use that emotional loneliness to actually go out and say, you know what, I'm going to give it a try. Okay, and this ties back to my video on why you don't have any friends. Check that out if you haven't already. Boop. because that's a gem as well. A lot of times we are just a little nervous and we are scared to put ourselves out there, but behind fear is everything for the most part, okay? And if it's not meant for you, it ain't meant for you, period. I want you to just use loneliness to cultivate a relationship with yourself. It's going to be a time where you are finally able to just be like, yeah, I know me. And then when you finally get to know you and your full potential, however long it may take, and don't think it's going to be this easy thing. It's going to be like, boom, here and then gone and whatever. You feel what I'm saying? Take your time. Get to know you. Love you. Embrace it all. Okay? Embrace it all. Embrace it all. Because loneliness can just show you so much. Being alone shows you so much. I'm a witness. Okay? I'm a witness. I just want to tell y'all these things. There are ways to embrace loneliness and being alone. You want to know some ways real quick, and then we go in this video. So you can take yourself on solo dates. Get real cute. Be like, you know what? Today I'm gonna wear that, and I'm gonna go out, and I'm gonna have a dinner by myself, or I'm gonna do my favorite hobby alone. I'm not waiting nobody to pay my check for me. I'm gonna take care of me and do me. Solo travel, okay, make sure you're being safe, but there are tons of solo travelers out there who are just doing what they got to do and are seeing the world and finding out they are just these strong and soft individuals that can just do whatever they put their mind to. And this goes for anyone, but solo traveling seems as though it just opens up a different type of, like, I don't know word to say. It's just like, dang, they move different. I like it. I like it. Yeah. Embrace the silence. Embrace the silence. Nothing. Just me and my Jew. Yes, do the things you love, okay? And we always say this, do the things you love, do the things you, yes. I don't know how we can sugarcoat it because you can't. Just do what you love, all right? Like for me, example, again, I like to cook. Just have fun with life. YOLO, don't sit around and let loneliness just be like putting this dark cloud over who you are and taking over everything, and you just feeling as though you got to feel sorry for yourself every time something going on. Y'all, come on, we gonna get out of it, okay? Again, I told y'all we gonna change this perspective and we gonna build it, okay? It's gonna start from a tiny little seed. We plant that seed right now. Boop. Okay, we embracing loneliness and being alone. Boop. And we're gonna watch it grow and see how much we learn, okay? And even if you see this video now and you come back after being intentional about everything that I just said, embracing it, okay? And also knowing when to turn off that loneliness, okay? Because yes, loneliness can have negative effects too. Loneliness can cause depression, anxiety, and cause you to just, again, stay in this one spot and not go out and venture out into the world, okay? You have to remember that there is a certain point where you have to say, yeah, I'm embracing my loneliness, but I don't want to get stuck up in here. Okay, all righty, time to go. All right, then you will be able to say, you know what? When I was lonely, I found out who I was. When I was alone, I found out who I was. When I was alone, I said, you know what? Dang, I enjoy this time. I need this more often. That way, you can pour into others because you finally had that time by yourself. Okay, the exhaustion is alleviated. Okay, the sleep deprivation may be taken away because you took your time and took a nap. Right, get you some rest. Focus on what you need to focus on. Do what you love, honey child. Do what you love, because you're a gift from above. I just want you to really have a good time with life. Really embrace being alone and being lonely, okay? There is beauty and art in both, alrighty? It's not just this negative thing where you are just like, oh my gosh, when is it gonna end? It's gonna end when you say it's gonna end. When you mean what you say, get up off your hiney and say, you know what? There's enough of this, okay? Of the negative part. We're gonna embrace this. Okay, and we're going to maneuver and get through it, and we're going to speak up when we need to speak up. We're going to get the help we need with the resources that are out there. This 2023, y'all, there is so much out there for dang near everything. And when you seem and feel as though you can't go nowhere or turn to no one, say, you know what, self, I'm looking in the mirror and say, you know what, we're going to pick it on up and we're going to do what we got to do. So that's all I have for you all today, okay? Change your perspective, it'll change your mind. Look at the good. Find the good. Don't let yourself down, okay? Hold yourself up because you are the truth, okay? And you're beautiful. All right, so remember these words from me, okay? Remember that you are loved. You are loved and you are light. And so is my plant because it keeps getting in my way. And remember to stay beautiful. And if you haven't hit that subscribe button already, please do that. Also hit that notification bell. And also hit the share button. Yeah, share this to somebody else. Because 33% of the world feeling lonely. Alright, so I'm sure the next person you hit this video with, if they can relate, somebody they're related to, can relate. Alright, love y'all. Gotta go. Peace.